hardworking team. Here lately, we've been coming in at 5:45 in the mornings and getting done at 6:45 before school starts, give them a chance to go home, eat breakfast and stuff. And, for the most part, I have about 100% to come, and but just really hardworking kids, good kids.
Talk about the philosophy behind the 5:45 practices and how'd that go over when you announced it, and how successful have they been so far?
Well, it depends on if you ask them in the morning or in the evening. In the evening, they love it. In the morning, they're like, But they all had good attitudes about it. It's all about time frames, working with other, the girls group, pee-wees and all that stuff. But other than that, it just kind of gives us a chance for it to be quiet and settle down, where we can get in there and do, what we need to do.
Okay. Was it a matter of how many of yours played? How many did you have? How many on your varsity roster, and how many of those played football?
There's about 90% of them that played football. Let's see. Well, on the varsity level, I only had 5 or 6 that did not play football.
Did the morning practices give those guys a chance to come do basketball and football both, or were they just doing football during that?
They was just doing football during that, but there's some players that was on the junior high, or not the junior high, but the 9th grade, and some of those that they come in.
Okay. Talk about the style of basketball we should expect from your club this winter.
Hopefully good, especially from last year. We don't get after the man. I mean, I think that I've got the guys that they'll hustle. It'd be fun to watch. Just that.
What kind of, talk about the experience level you have back from last year's team.
I've got 3 guys that's returning from the varsity, so I graduated a lot.
Yeah, virtually a clean slate then. So
Yeah.
talk about that challenge. Just having, because I guess when you lose that much, you're basically starting over, right?
Right. The 3 guys that I got coming back, they got leadership qualities. They'll step up and take charge, that type of thing, to help the transition better. So I'm looking forward and putting a lot on those 3 guys that's coming back.
Are they juniors, seniors?
They're juniors.
That's Jacob. Jacob, talk about the 5:45 practices. What were your thoughts about that?
Well, I work McDonald's, and it's kind of rough coming in every morning, practicing and stuff, but I like having time after school because a lot of my friends will get together and play. And I think it's easier than most point, but other than that, to wake up at 5:30 every morning.
Did it kind of, once you got used to getting up that early and having to hit the court that early, did you actually begin to enjoy it a little bit just because you got practice out of the way and maybe?
Oh yeah, after knowing practice was done that early in the morning, knowing we could leave after school, I liked it a lot.
Okay. Obviously, like Coach said, y'all basically have a clean slate this year because you have so many new players. How's the team coming together right now?
Well, I was one of the ones that stayed this year, and just trying to get our team together. It's kind of a new team. Everybody really hasn't played much together, but we're working on it every day.
How's that going so far? I mean, are you developing chemistry? Do you think you're making good progress in that area?
I think I'm doing pretty good. I think, I play after school and go different places and different schools and play with kids, and we're improving every day.
Okay, all right. Jamie, let me ask you, talk about practicing at 5:45 a.m. every morning. What's that been like for you? What are your thoughts about it?
I love it. After we get done, at the end of the day, we can go home and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Okay. How do you think the team's coming along? How's the chemistry right now?
I think we're doing pretty good considering there's only 3 of us that played together last year.
What do you all want to accomplish this year? Have you all talked about your goals, what you all want to get done on the court?
We're just going to go out there and try to do better than we did last year, get everything we got.
What's the key to doing better than last year? Is there any 1 or 2 problem areas last year that you guys need to kind of avoid this year?
I think last year the whole team didn't see eye to eye. We're going to work on that.
Coach, can you talk about the area and just the challenges you're going to face in your area this winter?
Me personally, I think it's the hardest area around. There's a lot of good schools, basketball schools that's out there that's in our area. Of course, we don't get out there and try, and hopefully do really, really well in it.
Yeah, you see an area favorite, or you see a team to beat in the area as you go into the year?
Every one of them. Of course, with Ider, and it may not be reversed, but sure we'd like to be 5. some of those schools.
Okay. Thank you, thanks, guys.
Guys, with a new, basically a new look team, has anyone stepped up and surprised you for all three of you? Has anyone really, impressed you, kind of broken out where you didn't think that was going to be the?
You talking about player?
Yes, player-wise.
Player that broke out. I don't know. I mean, starting out, all the players, of course, these guys, they get out and they play at, like I said, different schools, and they kind of on a head start on some of the other guys. But as a whole team, I think, they got some, improvements to do, and that, set as one, and we're all a team, so we really don't want to push out, any one individual for stepping out.
You guys agree with that? Well, say the game was tomorrow night, first game, 7 seconds left on the clock. Who do you guys want to have the ball at this point? Who's taking that last shot?
I really believe in my post guys. I like 4 and 5. We have one guy, he hustles every time he gets the ball up down the court. Don't stop. And I trust him with the ball, like any time of the game. We're losing, winning.
So, you say almost 100% participation in a 5:45 practice.
Yes.
Is this a completely different field than you guys had last year? Is it a completely different team, or is that the same work ethic, just hoping for a different result?
I think we're kind of doing things different this year, trying something new. Like last year, I guess it didn't work so well, and we're improving, working every day.
Just the whole Ider Athletics is, in general, we talked about the girls program being on and down from last year, and you guys kind of being on and down from last year, and the football team struggling this year as well. You guys kind of feel in a rut? Do you feel like there's a way you can jumpstart out of that? And is the boys basketball program and the girls basketball program this year, can you guys trigger something within your team to jumpstart the program back on top?
I mean, I know we can win. I know we can be competitive. Of course, you want to win some of the games you're not supposed to, and all the ones you're supposed to. Ider's athletics, boys basketball program, last couple of years, was down some, but it's just a rebuilding process to get out of that. I don't think we're in a slump. We just got to make it happen, as a team.
Do you guys have any leaders stepping up already, or are you still looking for that position to be filled by any kind of player?
These 2 guys that came with me today. That's the reason we're sitting here. And now I've got other guys on the team that work hard, not taking anything away from them, nothing away from them. But, these guys here, I've known them for a while, and that's the reason they're sitting here.
The Ider fan base, you feel it's full support for you guys?
Oh, yeah, I do. Even last year, it was rough last year. It really was. And the parents and the fans was outstanding. I mean, I would have ran me out of town. But, they come up and pat you on the back, hey, hang in there and everything else. The fan base, you couldn't ask for a better, my experience, you could not ask for a better fan base than the Ider community.
Just in a few short words, how did you sum up Ider basketball this year?
Fun to watch.